Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and Jurassic World Evolution 3 has just gotten announced, just revealed, and I'm going to go over screenshots from the trailer from the website and just give you info about the game, the Deluxe Edition, and just what you can expect, So, let's get firstly into our Deluxe Edition of the game. So, the first thing we're getting in game is a Mosasaurus Lux skin, which will be a part of the Deluxe Edition. And it looks like it comes in 3 different colours: orange, blue and green. So that's really interesting. I think it's going to be cool to see in game, and I like that they're continuing the Lux skins. But in this image, it's interesting that it's the old Mosasaurus, not the Rebirth one. So I'm curious as if obviously they just don't want to show off the Rebirth content yet, or if that's going to be a DLC down the line. Our first species of the Deluxe Edition is the Phanerostracan, which was actually from the past game. So sadly it's not a new species, but other than that, it looks really cool. We're getting our first look at the babies, obviously. They now walk as well. And yeah, you can tell that the male Phanerostracan is obviously taller. The pattern is more vibrant and that. The neck's more slender and that. And he's just bigger overall. And the female is obviously the model from the last game. Our second species of the Deluxe Edition is the Concavinator, also a species from the last game. And you can tell that the male one is... I would assume the male one is the further back one, because that looks like a different facial structure to the last game. So I'm assuming the last game's one is the one here on the right, which is the female one. But I don't know. But the baby looks happy. The little bump looks really cool. And this looks like a Japanese map, so that's really cool to me. Our first new species, though, in-game is the Guanlong, which is a ancestor to the T-Rex. It's feathered, it's small, it's really cool looking, and it's obviously got a baby, so that's sick as... so obviously that's going to be really cool to use in-game. Already probably top 15 species for me. So, yeah, that's hype. Sorry about the voice cracks. It's early in the morning where I am, so just my throat's still opening up a little bit. Then our second new species is the one highly requested Protoceratops. We're finally getting it. It's been ages, and here it is in all of its glory. It looks amazing, honestly. The little quills on the tail are really cool. I can't really tell which one's male or female, but you can tell the sexual dimorphism with them. The bump is on the left one, and the female one... Well, I'm assuming the female one's the middle one is smoother, and the male one's the bump on the left. And also just due to the colouring, I'm assuming that's why. We also get decorations in the Deluxe Edition, which I'm assuming these are Alan Grant's sort of stuff he used when he was obviously an archaeologist, paleontologist, whatever, digging up dinosaur bones. And we get about 53 decorations in this. We also get a skin for the new ATV. I'm not sure what that looks like just yet, but, that'll be cool to see. And here's another image of the decorations. We're getting the little... screen with the Velociraptor skeleton on it, which is obviously famous in the movie where we first see the Velociraptor, what it means to Alan Grant and that, So it's really, really cool that we're getting this as a decoration to put in our parks. So the Deluxe Edition is called the Badlands set. So pretty much just Badlands DLC, whatever, which is really cool. Obviously, I'm getting Deluxe Edition, Now let's get on to the main game and analysing what is in the trailers. So this screenshot is the Japan set. So obviously cherry blossom trees are now in game, which is awesome. That little monorails are back, so that's cool to see. You can see the different rock types, You can see the different terrain there with the massive Japanese sort of pagoda up on the hill. So I feel like terrain and elevation in parks in this game will be insane. And then there's that little tented building right there, which I have a feeling is the Jurassic... I'm assuming it's the Jurassic Japan Visitor Center. So it's going to be the Visitor Center in the Japan set, which is really cool. Our next image is the Malta one, which is really cool. Massive rock arch, which looks insane. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing on the map or if that's something you can actually create. I'm assuming it's something you can create, but that's going to be really cool to see. And, bro, the graphics look insane, bro. The rock work on the cliff edges look insane. The hotels look crazy. You can obviously see there's new paths. There's, like, mosaic desert sort of paths, you know. In this set, there's new fountains. There's also a new stone fence type in the bottom right, and there's like a pool decoration, so that's really cool to see. The next one is the tropical biome. So it looks like there's a hotel there on the edge looking over this sort of enclosure. Also, it looks like in the water there's a species. Don't know if it's new or not. I saw someone point out saying it looks like a Plateosaurus, which it definitely could be. I can see the silhouette, but I'm not sure. We're just going to have to wait till it gets revealed, obviously. And you can see the Jurassic World Visitor Center is making a return, obviously. Then the next image, just the Rex roaring over Jurassic Park Japan or whatever, Jurassic World Japan. You can see that sort of visitor center again. So I really am confident that's just the visitor center in the Japan set. And you can see the baby T-Rexes. So just cool overall. Nothing too much in this image. Next one. This is important, okay? You can see a Spinosaurus statue, so that confirms the Spinosaurus in-game. So it's really cool to see. You can see the crazy elevation and rock work. And looking at the environment tab, there's shallow water and there's deeper water, as you can see. So that's really cool how we can use that. And I'm assuming merging rocks is possible in this game. So that's cool. And then you can also put statues on rocks, or it might just be a part of the decoration itself, but who knows. Then in this one, you can see the different environment tabs. There's cover and pasture, there's arid and barren, and there's wetland. And there's different types of environments and that, so it's going to be really cool to see. I'm not sure if this building set is part of the Malta set or not, if it's a new one. But other than that, it looks really good. We're seeing the returning paths from the last game. We're seeing a bunch of new plant types and that. And just the banners from the last game as well. Now, the next image. This image is cool because now we know that the transport sort of helicopters, they carry the dinosaurs in a cage and that. So it's going to be way more realistic. I'm assuming when they get placed, the dinosaurs walk out the cage and the helicopters just disappear like they normally do, obviously. So I'm assuming depending on the size of it, it depends on how big the cage is going to be. But that's really cool now. I'm hoping that like instead of them doing helicopters for a tiny compy, they can either house multiple at a time, or if they'll just get like a ranger team to drive out with a compy. So we'll see what happens. This next image, pretty similar to the last desert one, but there's now small decorative fences which are glass. That's really, really cool to see. Don't know if it's just decorative or if it's actually a fence type, but because of the way it curves, it looks like it's decorative. And these look like Gallimimus statues, so that's cool to see. Also Brachiosaurus statues in the background. We already knew he would be in game though. And just another look at the building sort of type. So yeah, that's really cool. Then in the aviaries are insane. There's bamboo, there's the baby pteranodons, there's bridges as well, and there's streams of water. So it's not just big waterfalls, there are actual streams you can make. So it's really cool to see. And I'm assuming these Japanese decorations are perching points for the pterosaurs. Now having a look at our female and male sexual dimorphism. So the female species, obviously just the models from the last game, maybe a little bit updated, obviously. So it's really cool to see. And obviously I'm assuming that now it's actually the proper species viewer, so you can change the skin color and type in the hatchery and it will actually show you it. And then the male model, the Triceratops, is much different. It is much bigger. It has a sort of more broader horns. It's broader sort of head, just bulky, massive overall. So that's going to be really cool to see. Then we're also getting nesting for every species. So obviously I'm assuming that's where the magic happens. So they'll go in there, the species just walk in there, I'm assuming, and, you know, we'll see a baby dinosaur pop out later on or whatever, you know. Or it's just where they can rest and stuff like that. You can also have a look at the mixed biomes here. So that's really cool how this environment's been sort of mixed and made. Temperate, forest, cherry blossom, just everything here looks insane. Now looking at our next one, here's another look at Japan. So the overall environmental decorations look insane in this game. It's all together. Here's more fountains. There's a obviously big look at the map. So I'm assuming this map is huge. Another look at bamboo. I'm assuming, yeah, that's probably the visitor center in Japan. So there's another look at the visitor center for the Japan set. And there's some decorations going out. There's a new path type there as well, you can see. So it's really cool. And in this image, we've got the deeper water in action. The Brachiosaurus are walking through it. So I don't think swimming's in this game for the species. Doesn't mean it won't be added later on, though. Probably will be added. But deeper water so the species can sort of rest in it and that. So it's going to be really cool to look at and see from a distance and that. And you can also see there's like lily pads in the water, creating sort of more realistic lakes and that, you know, or just overall grass growing over the top. This next image, we've got the new maintenance team in action, and you can see new path type, and it's on the tropical map. You can see a new fence type as well, which is like, I think this one's more decorative, but it's like a sort of, it's cool, intricate design, looks metal, and you can see it's raining in this image, so I'm assuming it's a storm and he's got to go fix everything. You can also see in the bottom corner, we have an undo button. So that's really cool now. We're going to be able to undo our stuff and redo it whenever we need to. So it's going to be really helpful. We've also got a camera, which I'm assuming will take us right into first person. So that's what I would presume that's for. Let's get the next image. Next one, we're going to look at the terrain. So there's a lot of terrain options, heaps. There's so much. And the graphics in this image look insane. Now, from this, we can tell, I think that path on the side is, I think that's a tour. So Jurassic tours are back, I would assume. You can look at that enclosure on the right. It's like a retro sort of enclosure. It's very Jurassic Park-esque with a T-Rex, where it's like a big dip down from where you see him in the enclosure. So really cool. Next image, we get a look at the Geosternbergia and his baby. And it looks really good. The model looks really clean as always. The skin looks pretty same as the last game, pretty good. There's also walking. So obviously we know pterosaurs are walking, but you get a good look at it in the trailer. And you see a couple buildings in the aviary, the viewing gallery in the aviary. And there's something on the back left, which I'm not sure what it is. Could be a shed for the, you know, maintenance team, ACU to enter or whatever, or it could just be like where a tour happens or something. And we also get a look at the desert biome and map. So yeah, that's really cool. The next one's also on the desert. It looks like a Vegas map, so that's insane. I would love to play near Vegas and that. Looks very Vegas-esque with the building style on this map. Megalodon confirmed because of the statues, so we know he's back. This building set looks crazy to me, honestly. Looks absolutely insane. So, you know, obviously I'm going to be mixing building sets and stuff. You know, it's going to be cool playing near Vegas. And the fountains are insane in this image. The big T-Rex statue. It's really cool to see. So, you know, that's really all to it for the screenshots for now. But, you know, obviously we're going to get more news sort of over the coming, like, months. You know, obviously the game releases the 21st of October, so that is in 4 months, little over 4 months, so really exciting. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed to like November or December maybe, because it looks like a really big game. I don't know how they made it this quickly. We also know there is 82 confirmed species, so I'm assuming that obviously the lesser popular species will get cut. I'm assuming the Dr. Wu's hybrid species will get cut apart from the Indoraptor and Indominus. I'm assuming the Camp Cretaceous species will get cut as well, honestly. And I feel like they'll get re-added back in DLC. Maybe in an expansion, they'll just give us a lot of Camp Cretaceous content, whatever. And then I'm assuming the other dinosaurs will get added back slowly over time in updates or DLC, or either they're just not going to get added back, sadly. But I would assume every movie species will make it into the game, so don't worry. But yeah, no look at Rebirth skins or species just yet, so I'm assuming Rebirth will honestly be a DLC down the line. But who knows, they could just be trying to hide it, obviously, so don't spoil anything, which is probably what they're doing, but we don't know just yet. But overall, the game looks amazing. I'm obviously getting Deluxe Edition, just not sure what platform I'm getting it on just yet. There's also a Frontier Workshop, which is where we can share maps around and stuff, and we can build together and stuff like that, which is going to be really cool to do. So I'm really excited for that. And I think it's going to be absolutely gas, honestly. This game will probably be amazing. This is what Jurassic World Evolution 2 should have been, realistically. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If there's any more info, I'll update you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching.